Yo, welcome to Bias Brothers, Jomo Scarlett, and today we have former W Connection, Point Fortin Civic, and current Elgava player Weslie John, current national player as well. Welcome to Bias Brothers, Wesley.
Hey, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
All right, no problem. We just actually want to get your opinions on a number of topics. Initially, we'll begin. How is it right now in your Latvian league? How is things going in terms of games and everything? And how is the contract with the club?
Um, Everything has been going as I wouldn't say as high plan, but how God wants it to go. As I said to you earlier on, it was like it's a mid-table team, and before actually coming here, I had a difficult season last year in the Belarusian Premier League with my former club, FC Slush. Um, the season prior to that, I was like the main player, 2018. That was 2018. Played all the matches. Team offered me like a multi-year contract, but at that time I was thinking, football is not really a long. You don't really have a long playing span. So I was thinking, try to progress in terms of leagues. Although it's a top league, it's a competitive league with internationals, I was thinking to another market, probably Germany or somewhere like this, Poland, around this region, Russian Premier League, leagues like these, So saying to the coach, well, yeah, thankful for the opportunity, but I want to try and see if I could get something better. Obviously, he wasn't pleased with it. He wasn't pleased with it at all. So I had like an optional year left. So it didn't work out in January transfer window 2019. Yeah. So I decided to take upon the option and go back to that club. And well, being a human, I guess, I can't really blame him because he felt like after he gave me the chance, I wasn't appreciative of it. I didn't appreciate it enough. So he probably, as we say, kept me in mind, and playing time wasn't as much as it was the previous season before. So fast forward to 2020, January, at the end of that season, finding a club, it wouldn't be easy because people looking at how I wasn't playing, why I wasn't playing, different things like that. Yeah. So I got an offer to go to Uzbekistan. Yeah, Uzbekistan with FK Jelgava. I arrived there. Long story short, it wasn't what they offered, like financial terms and stuff. We didn't settle on that. So on my way home, I had a teammate I played with, a striker from Serbia. He apparently, it was like perfect time, and he apparently messaged me and said, this agent is looking for a defender. Well, if I'm interested in going to Lithuania.
Yeah.
I went to Lithuania. That was like March. I don't want to lie to you on the date. March 20 something. I arrived in Lithuania to FK Returi, in the Lithuanian Premier Division. I signed a 2-year. Upon signing the contract, that is when COVID, the global pandemic happened. So that a couple things that how I should say. I can't really comment on it yet because it's a case pending with FIFA right now currently. So I can't really comment too much on that situation, but I had to leave there.
Yeah.
Because I was mistreated.
Okay.
Because of the whole COVID situation and stuff, and what them think and what them didn't think. So I had to leave there. The only option was coming to Latvia. There was a coach, a Belarusian coach, me from my playing time in Belarus. And he wanted me to come. Upon arriving here, he got fired.
Okay.
Upon arriving here, so my situation was up in the air.
Yeah.
But the new coach gave me a chance to prove myself, and that's what I've been doing so far. So back to the question we asked how it's going. It's going as I say, as I guess they could, it's not always smooth up, it always have ups and downs, but it's going as It's going okay. It's going okay. I'm thankful. I've
Okay,
played
no
all the
problem.
matches. I've played all the matches. I've played all the matches so far. Thus far, we have been able to get for the last 6 matches. We have been able to get 5 clean sheets. So
That's good. That's great.
yeah. So it's been going smooth.
Okay, great.
All I
Good
was
to
just
hear.
answering the questions.
My next
Mhm.
question would have been, how has COVID affected you playing in the Latvian league? But with regards to the contract and the amount of changes you just mentioned, I guess we get some kind of insight. But with regards to the Latvian league or the league, as you said, could you give us
Yeah.
some kind of time frame? Because normally with the English Premier League and the other leagues we're familiar with, they normally run from September to May. How
Yeah.
has how does that league run? And with regards to borders being closed, have you been affected with regards to not being able to come home, etc.?
Um. Firstly on the time frame of the league. The leagues in this region usually run from April to November. Sometimes April to October because of the weather climate is very cold.
Okay.
Like the
Yeah. Right
whole
now it's
season?
like the whole season. It runs in like a year period. It don't go like
Okay.
some leagues like Poland, the Russian Premier League, and these leagues, they run same time frame as English Premier League, but they have like a winter break because it's
Okay.
too cold to play football there.
Okay.
Um, COVID basically affected this region in terms of how I would say with the border closure, there are a lot of players struggling to find teams because they can't leave their countries, they're losing contracts, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. This was also one of the least impacted countries until recently. The numbers had, I think they said like the second wave numbers as rose. Yeah, it wasn't like at a point in time it was like Trinidad, how Trinidad was at the beginning,
Okay.
where with not cases for like 80 days, it was like this,
Yeah.
but the number just started back to
Right.
here to rise. So there's a lot of protocols in places now, a lot of tests being taken, stuff like that.
Are you all in
Yeah.
a bubble or you're free to come and go as a place? The
Now we're free to
players.
come and go as we please, yeah.
Okay, no problem. With the league running from April to November, i- if you're getting does the team have a chance of qualifying for the Europa League in terms of like the league itself? Is there any option? Because with regard to the Europa League running from I believe September to May, wouldn't that mean in the off season while the European League is going on?
Yeah, but the things the thing with these smaller leagues, for example, I could give an example like for Levi Garcia. Remember his team qualified for the group stage,
Yeah,
but they had to play like a playoff, which is basically what teams from these leagues had to do. They had to play like they call it like the first round, second round. It's up
yeah,
to 4 rounds
yeah.
before you could
Qualifying
qualify for the
rounds.
group stage. Yeah, before you could
Yeah.
qualify for the group stage. So that already passed.
Oh,
So
okay.
that will be like next year for the Europa League next season after this Europa League is finished.
Okay. So who normally
Yeah.
qualifies from the Latvian League for the for Europa League contention? The first place?
Um, the first place goes Champions League qualifiers. The
Okay.
second, the
Okay.
second 2 places go Europa League qualifiers and the cup winner.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlett.
You talk about moving to Europe. You got any links with US teams?
I had a couple options earlier on when I was in that region when I was playing. I spent like 1 season playing in El Salvador.
Mhm.
I had me and Tristan Hodge actually went on a short stint with Houston Dynamo in the MLS. I had a countless numbers of offer for the USL, but honestly, I wasn't really comfortable in going in the USL to be honest with you.
Mhm.
So that's why I chose this route to come out in Eastern Europe
Also,
region and see what's.
nothing from MLS teams.
No, nothing from MLS teams.
Okay.
It's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult to be honest for all players right now from Trinidad, with the whole situation the football is in. It's difficult to find
Okay.
clubs and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Okay. So regards to like the MLS, as I said, the standard of
Mm-hmm.
play is more challenging in the Latvia league in your personal opinion or the MLS? Or they are about the same level?
I think for sure facility wise, America is on top. Footballing wise, I don't know. It's difficult to say because it's difficult to compare. You probably have to ask a player like Joven, who played in the second Bundesliga
yeah.
and MLS. Yeah, a player
Okay.
like him. You'll be able to get the proper comparison.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
but
no problem.
in Europe, the playing style is different. It's different to that region, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so you also touched on the place being extremely cold. So being from extremely hot climate to extremely cold climate, how has that adjustment been for you?
Honestly, I'm still adjusting. Although I've been in this region probably like for the last 4 years, it's not easy, but it's been a work in progress. Honestly, you do proper things, they like protocols, and you always have one like as you say, I have one my hoodie, stuff like that, things to keep myself warm.
Mm.
The difficult part is playing though, like actually playing in the cold.
Yeah.
That will never become easy, honestly. Like you don't feel the toes, no matter where you wear, you don't feel the toes, you don't feel the fingers, your foot numb,
Yeah.
and teams expecting from you still to perform at a high level,
Yeah.
because he's a foreigner. You ain't really get, as soon as I say, you ain't get no blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing for your country.
Yeah, I
Okay,
had
no
to play for
problem.
every money I had to play for, every cent.
Yeah. Have you been affected by the closure of the borders with regards to returning to Trinidad? Would there have been any period they wanted to come back with regards to COVID and was unable to? Because we've been seeing a number of footballers saying that the season has now been ended and they
They
wanted to
want to come
express their
home.
interest to come back here.
Yeah, especially like players in America and stuff, because like I speak to most players.
Yeah.
But at first, like when I was in Lithuania and I wanted to come home after that situation, I didn't get the exemption letter, but thank God it worked out where I ended up coming here.
Yeah.
So next month, God's will, I don't know what will happen if the borders are still closed.
Yeah.
Probably, I'll probably have to try and look for somewhere else to go from here.
Okay.
But we'll see what God has planned,
Yeah.
As a man, as a man, just the father. So
Okay.
we will see how it goes, man.
Well, we talk about your time in Europe, and we talk a little bit before your time in Europe, but let me go all the way back until your time in Trinidad. How was playing in Trinidad? You played for Connection and Civic.
Yeah,
And
I
how
actually
you
played.
made that link, that jump to Europe, and who helped you make that jump?
My time in Trinidad actually been like as I say, it's never a really smooth roller coaster. I played a couple of teams, to be honest with you. Started with from the jump from school days. After school, myself and one of my close friends, I call him my brother Aubrey David. That's like my blood couldn't make us any closer. We said from jump, like we had scholarship offers, but we decided we want to go the pro route, So we see what that the route we would take. So we joined. At that time was FC Southend.
Southend, that is in England.
Yeah.
No,
That
isn't
Anthony. That was Anthony Rouge's team. Yeah, that was his team.
Okay. Trinidad.
Yeah,
Okay.
I talking about Trinidad. So
Okay.
after there, that club came and crashed. After there, we were training with like T and Tech, but at that time the coach, well, I had him Dexter Cyrus. Well, honestly, he think he thought I wasn't ready, so he wanted me to play like second team and stuff. I didn't. I really wanted to play in the pro league, so I made a sacrifice. I played with Police FC for 2 years. Yeah, without any salary or anything.
In the pro league?
Yeah, in the pro league.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks to my family who supported me back then financially, because I going from basically between Point and Lubry, which is my village, Vancouver, to up St. James. And financially it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy financially because nothing in coming in, but my family had to spend.
So that is it normal for players? Just to cut across, is it normal for players that don't have a contract with, is not a police officer with the police team to play without a contract?
Yeah, you can't. They can't pay you. So until you get any service, that is basically your means of income. When you get any service.
Oh, okay.
It's the same with army.
Is the same with defense force as well? Okay.
Force,
Yeah.
okay.
with those teams. Yeah.
Okay, so just sorry to cut across here. Talking about your time
no
at
problem.
the police.
Yeah. Chiantak, they don't. Police after police. Honestly, after police, I was in a situation. I was thinking like what next? You know, and at that time, I wasn't seeing no way out. Like the goal was always to leave and try to earn better to help family, friends, loved ones. You know. I think I reached a dead end, and one of my friends, my other close friend, he died. Akim Adams. May his soul rest in peace. Yeah, he died. Yeah, he was playing with Central FC at that time.
Yeah.
And one day, it was Christmas period. He came to Parang. And he was like, "Where do you now?" I said, "Bye, that's home, you know. That's home. Nothing much thing." He said, "Well, come up the road, come up Central. Tell you if I go see coach at that time." I spent like 6 months there, and then I joined Civic, Point Fortin Civic. So although I was registered with W Connection, I never really made an appearance. W Connection was like from youth stages.
Okay.
Yeah, but they never get my chance to play, so that's why I left. That is where it all
But
started.
yeah, you played at youth level?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I came up the ranks. I played
Okay,
with.
so 2 questions. How was it playing for your hometown team, Point Fortin Civic? Because we would consider Civic to represent from Point to Labrie, from Point.
Yeah.
Right? We consider from Point to Labrie. And secondly, with your time on that team with Terry Fenwick, do you feel that would give you an advantage when national team play resumes to get another call up?
My time playing with Civic, that is like a dream. That's like a dream to play for your community. As a kid, to play for your community, same as playing for your national team. Those things are dreams, you know. And at that time, we just got into the Pro League. The city was buzzing like.
Yeah.
You know the turnout.
The
the
following
turnout was.
PhD Crawford, the man John Full, Atabulan Full.
It was a good period. It was a good period in the club's history. It was a real nice period. Playing with, learn a lot too. Playing with other players like Andre Toussé, Pacheco, Kelvin Modest. These Marvin Phillip. These older players. Priceless knowledge was passed on. So that time was nothing but joy. Playing with the current national team coach Terry Fenwick, I wouldn't say it will give me advantage. It will give the local players advantage because honestly, back then the things what he taught me like for a defender, his insight on the game is basically the insight of the game out here. Like these are things my coaches and them out here will be speaking about, the same things he would have been speaking about back then. So yeah, he have an idea the game out here and stuff. So it could be valuable to the younger guys at home. I don't think it would be advantage to me because at the end of the day he had to choose who he see fit, you know, best fits the his plans. His style of play, his plans. So
Well, let me talk about your time on the national team now. You played at youth level on the national team.
Yeah.
And just explain how your first cap went for us as well.
Yeah. I played for the under 20 qualifiers, Guatemala. That was 2010. That honestly, I think that was like one of the last. That was like after the golden generation. We call them the golden generation, quote unquote, with the Molinos, and that's the Molinos and them when they qualified for 2 World Cup back-to-back, sell them back to them. Remember they qualified for the 17 and then on a 20. So we were like the
2009.
we were like the last. We were like the last roll of the dice. They had big plans. So we camped in America. We camped in Colombia for like a month. They took us around to give us Ecuador, these places, Venezuela, to give us that experience to qualify, and we didn't qualify, so it was disappointing. Honestly, it was disappointing not to qualify. And then for the senior team, that first cap, it's difficult to explain that first cap because I say that dream is like a dream come true. But at the same time, I have to try and perform. I think now, honestly, I'm at a better place as a defender now than I was back then. Because my coach, my former coach in Belarus is a top coach. I will give him that.
Your first cup was against who?
Uruguay?
Peru.
Peru.
Yeah, play against Peru. Yeah, and
You
then I
may
play
play against Uruguay as well.
Yeah, play against Uruguay.
Okay.
Honestly, I would have liked to play more after that, but looking back now, I think then I really wasn't ready, to be honest. The younger Wesley would have been saying, would have been patient, like, you wait now. You know, younger.
When you're
When a
young,
young guy would say,
you feel entitled.
As a centre back, to be honest, experience is. If you look at the top centre backs in the world right now, Van Dijk, 29. These type of players is 29, 28, and older now, boy. The more Koulibaly, these players, they're more consistent. They're more consistent with the decision making, everything, because you learn from the mistakes they made before. So now I think I'm in a better place. So if the opportunity arises, I'll be ready for it. So we will see how it goes.
We think you have a strong chance being an active player with no local league going on right now. The CFL in point was cancelled. A number of the local other leagues was cancelled. The Ascension League, even the TT Pro League, even the TT Pro Youth League has been cancelled. So we think as an active player, the Super League as well, we think as an active player, the active player outside, should the impasse with the TTFA and FIFA come to pass and end, and we still be allowed to play the Gold Cup game, we think that a number of outside players would have a strong chance. You have any views with regards to the TTFA and the FIFA impasse, or you choose not to? It's up to you.
I would say that I hope that situation could be resolved quickly, because trust me, a lot of youths future at hand. Like, if God forbid if FIFA decide to uphold a ban, because if you're looking at football in the Caribbean, being going CONCACAF, just in the Caribbean, and before you think about powerhouses, the two powerhouses will be Trinidad and Jamaica. That will come to mind. Look, if you look at the core of the Jamaica national team now, it's players who play in English Premier League, the NBA League, Bundesliga. Them in top leagues.
Mariapa, all of them.
These players in top leagues, MLS. These players in top. Most of the players in top leagues. I see they even have a friendly next month against Saudi Arabia. So them staying active. So for we to come and get a ban now, we are already behind. If you look at we core players, we are already behind, basically, quote unquote. So if we get a ban now, that going to put us way behind, So I'm hoping that situation could be resolved fast as possible.
Would the ban affect you as a player already outside of the country playing in Latvia?
That's something I thought about. I don't think it will affect me or players abroad as much. It will affect in some way or another, because clubs out there are looking for international players playing with the national team and stuff like that. So it would have a part to play, but it wouldn't affect as much as finding a new team, because you're already out, you're playing, you're already in the system. For example, like I said to you earlier on, I was getting offers, even though I didn't play last year as much. I was getting a lot of calls still, because I was already out here in the system. So compared to a young player who in the pro league, it will kill him, because the national team is his way of being seen. All those friendly matches and stuff like that, you don't know who can see it,
So who got tuned in and decided to take
the Uruguay match, talking about the Uruguay match, that is the match that changed my life. Like, that opened the door for me to come here.
Okay. That's good. That's good to know. That's important to know, because a lot of people don't think about the importance of the national team and the importance of playing, as I would say, quality opponents. If we play Cuba or we play Haiti, well, these days I don't know what will happen, but long time when you play these teams and you beat them, the scouting level might be that high because you want to see quality opposition, but if you're holding your own against international players and top players. So with regards to you on a personal level, where you would like to see a career probably in the next 2 to 3 years, with World Cup upcoming and with a World Cup on the horizon as well, tentatively, once the COVID situation comes to an end?
Difficult to say because honestly, difficult to say. Difficult to say in football. In football, like a year could change. A year could change your life, your career. You don't know what could happen in a year time. I would just say I'm praying for the best. I'm praying for the best. I don't know what I plan, but I trusting his plans one at a time. I just take it one at a time out there. Honestly, I don't really try to overthink stuff, and that is what sometimes cause us to get impatient when you overthink. Like, you're looking at the next person. You're looking at the next person, you know. Yeah. So I just try to take it one at a time. To be honest with you, I'm not trying to overthink.
Rather than looking around and
yeah, because that is trust me, that is going to be ungrateful and also lose your way a bit. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're happy at your current club?
I'm thankful because I could have been. I'm thankful because I could have been home. You know.
Yeah.
I could have been home. Thank God I could have been home. So I wouldn't say I'm not comfortable. Far from it.
Yeah.
Far from comfort. Yeah. Far from comfortable.
But continue to look upwards. But it's still thankful that you could have been home and have no football going on, and you feel like your career plummeting and you're just wasting time. Thankfully, you have an opportunity. And the opportunity
to try and progress.
Yeah. You'll be on the plane week out playing against top teams. Who knows? You could you're one goal away, one performance away from being scouted and on to better things.
That's correct.
All right, Weslie. Well, just want to thank you for taking time off and coming on the show with us.
No problem. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Wish you all the best with your career over the next few years, as well as stay safe for the COVID. Hopefully, this is the first of many appearances if we need a defender's expert.
Okay, no problem. You'll also be safe and blessed also, yeah? With the current situation, you know?
Yeah, man.
Bye.